Welcome to Dustwind Resistance. I guess this is a sequel to Dustwind, so don't get those two confused. I'd like to point out the characters on the screen. This will come in handy for demystifying a gimmick that the game tries to pull on you.
Our region became peaceful under the governor's watch. Most of our veterans became farmers. My father was one of them. He taught me kindness and integrity. But he also taught me to take care of business.
You start out as a young hero growing up on a farm that's isolated, or it's not anywhere near a town. The farm itself is essentially your community. All right. The controls are a little bit weird at first, but you do eventually get used to it. You can use up, down, left, right arrow keys on the right side of your keyboard to move the camera, but WASD will actually command things, such as A for aimed shot. You can also hold mouse button to pivot and zoom in and out. The game doesn't tell you till later, I think maybe like the third map, but you can hold shift to peek inside houses. This is useful because sometimes you can be standing right here and you still can't see inside the house to walk in, and trying to click will actually try to get you on top of the roof. Anyway, shift and then mouse wheel up and down to go Z level. This is the basement. This is the first floor, and then this is the roof. Alright, reset the camera with backspace.
Hey Jake, done with breakfast? Time to train.
You can't click through it. It's pre-timed. The dialogue that you can click through will be at the bottom of the screen. For the first couple maps, it's going to pivot between you and the objective every single time, which is a little tedious. Use the dash command to sprint for a short time. By default, that key is V. This dash, it does have a large cooldown, and you can't actually dash all the way. So we'll go and click here. That's his dash, and then bam, that's now he's just normal walk. It doesn't tell you how far your dash actually is. Your character just eventually does it. You can't talk to people except when the game has it scripted. If your objective allows you to talk, then you can talk. For example, we got these civilians, they have nothing to say. This is not an RPG like Fallout. It's a little more like Silent Storm.
Hey Jake.
Sometimes you get some dialogue options here. They really aren't, it's not traditional dialogue options in the normal sense where you have a couple variances, such as like nice, mean, and okay. No, it's just, here's an option. It's based off of context that you have done, scripts or flags that you have triggered. It's almost always going to be completely a linear experience in this game. So, what did we train today? Can't wait to do something cool.
That's the spirit. I set up something special for you today. I think you'll have a blast. And I mean it quite literally. It's an old grenade. Traded it for one of our cabbages at the fair last month. You didn't notice, did you?
That's a pretty good trade. Oh my god, are you serious? Best dad ever. Can I throw it now?
We'll see about that. First, I want to see some basics. Go grab your gun.
In this tutorial mission, nothing that you do will matter because every time you load an area, it is a brand new map. And in this tutorial, all of your characters are replaced by adult versions. So it doesn't, like, you'll have Jake and then it'll become adult Jake, which is a totally different character with a different set of inventory items. So I could try to steal everything, like all these arrows, but it doesn't really matter. I mention this because you may wonder, oh, should I save and load if I waste a bullet? Nah, don't worry about it. In fact, there's going to be so many bullets. I think like the 4th level has over 400 enemies. It says drop in weapon 2. I don't know why they want it in weapon 2. What happens if I put in 1? The game doesn't seem to care too much. Your weapons automatically reload when you equip them or try to shoot while empty. That is true. When you equip it somewhere, it becomes the active weapon slot and will automatically be attempted to reload, though you can always cancel it. Your characters do not reload on the move, however. You can switch weapons on the move. So if I were to be walking here and... oh, never mind.
Alright, now get on your mark.
Alright, so if I were to click over here and press W, he switches just fine. But if I were to... let's go and unequip... anytime you unequip a weapon, the game puts the ammo back out. That way it can easily tell you, like, you have 5 classic sporting rifles without having to figure out if one of them has bullets or not. Alright, so I'm going to walk around, and then I'm going to hit R, and then walk. See, he doesn't do it at all. Some weapons require you to load in 1 bullet at a time. A quad boomer, that's a 4 rocket launcher. A pump shotgun, well, many of the shotguns do actually.
Judge your chances of hitting each target. Pick the one you can hit reliably.
Hover your cursor over an enemy to see their HP and your hit chance and percentages. Click to attack. So don't worry about wasting bullets in the tutorial, none of it matters. You can raise your accuracy by crouching, but he'll be putting that as part of the tutorial in a second here, once I take down this target. Let's go for a 24% headshot. Hey! Compute this. Kill a robot with a headshot.
Good. Now just light him up.
When on, your unit will keep attacking the closest enemy automatically, but only if the hit chance is above 33%. Try it now. This option is comfortable, but might cause friendly fire. That is absolutely true. In the intro screen, what that I was talking about earlier, there was a dog, and that's actually a very valuable member of your team. Mostly because you don't really get a big team. The dog can do things such as plant mines, disarm mines, fire a gun out of a vehicle, throw grenades, apply bandages. He can pretty much do everything except equip weapons, such as melee and guns. He does get dog weapons, but that's about it.
That one's far. Poor hit chances. Crouch down. Ass to the grass.
Your hit chance on that target is 33%. I already hit C just out of like habit or reflex. I didn't get to finish reading that. I had to hit C as soon as the dialogue window disappeared, but the caption disappeared once he finished his animation.
Good. Now shoot this one deliberately in the legs to slow it down.
You can aim for limbs for a chance of breaking them. This skill has a long cooldown, so make it count. Yeah, I don't like this part. Now, I never played the original. In fact, I didn't even know there was an original until I started doing research on the game. But I would have prefer that once a battle is complete, you go ahead and get your cooldown just refreshed. Just magically refresh. Don't wait. Not that I will kill a group and then wait for my next cooldown. The game isn't that serious. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and pick a limb. I would like you to be able to use mouse wheel up and down for this. Maybe. I understand that the mouse wheel will typically do the zoom in and zoom out, but there's no shortcuts for these particular buttons. Talk to Dad.
Hey, Jay.
Oh, okay. I think that's just his intro dialogue for when you have your your buttons here. I'm done shooting, Dad.
Very nice. Now, hand me the rifle.
Aw, can't I keep it? Just a little longer?
Not just yet. Maybe soon. But hey, I did promise you something, didn't I?
A grenade?
Yep, but there's a catch. You'll have to unlock the box it's in.
Wait, what?
And to do that, you'll need a lockpick hit, which is hidden in the workshop.
Lockpicking is boring. I want to blow stuff up.
It's less boring when you can realize it can get you to the things that blow up, right?
Oh, okay. I guess when you put it that way.
Exactly. Now, stop stalling and get to the workshop. Go find that kit. And to make things a little more interesting, I've set up a guard robot in there. Try sneaking around it without getting detected.
The stealth in the game is not that great, but I will say the tutorial part of the stealth is actually really good. Because if you get caught, it doesn't like do a fade out and reset you or anything. Nothing actually happens for this particular segment. It just lets you know that you did not stealth it. As I mentioned, you can't keep anything with the tutorial. Otherwise, I might try dropping the gun and picking it back up. Because you can drop things. Oh, apparently you cannot drop things during the tutorial. But if you wanted to drop things, you just drag it outside the window. Can I put things inside this chest? Yeah. Ha! I could do that, and I could keep my gun. Not worried about it though. Stealth makes you fully invisible to enemies. While you're inside the enemy's field of vision or hearing, they will gradually deplete your stealth circle and will eventually detect you. You do not have to crouch to be stealthy, but crouching can help you stay behind cover. Stealth and crouch are two different things. Here's the blue circle indicates that I am completely hidden and nobody is in the process of detecting me at this exact moment. But if I walk over here, in his line of sight or around him, there, it's depleting, and now I've detected once the orange has finished depleting. He's not facing me, so this is okay. Now this is not how you actually want to stealth, okay? I'm just explaining all the mechanics. I can't pause.
You got caught. It's okay. We'll work on that. Now go find that lockpick.
I'm hitting spacebar. It's not letting me pause. I was gonna pause so that I could talk about things. Hold left control to highlight important objects. Try it now. I'm gonna try that in a second. I still want to talk about this. So you'll see a little red arrow and an eyeball. I was trying to pause so I could talk about it, but that means that there is an entity that can detect you in that direction. It doesn't mean that they're even facing you. They could be on the other side of the wall not knowing much about you, but they would be able to hear you. That would be the enemy detection stat right here. Characters can have a different base value. So my base value for melee accuracy is 60% if I had no points in it. Your character starts with 1 point in it, and that is 15%. And then there's another next point is 15% more and 15% more and so forth. Some of them are a little bit different. I would assume that it's a value of, say, I don't know, well, 13.3 or something. And your character points, you get roughly, I think, 1,600 or 1,800 per map, but at least that was on very easy mode. I'm playing on normal just to show you this, demonstrate the game to you. But I did a quick rehearsal on very easy just to try to chew through a couple maps to get used to the game. And the higher the rank you spend or you get, the more points it costs. For example, the first skill level will cost you 100 points. Whatever it is, it's going to be 100 points. By one evasion bonus level 1, that's 100 points. The second skill level will cost you 250. And the third skill level will cost you 400. Doesn't matter which one it is, it's going to be 400. Then you have these perks. There's a lot of them, and the easiest way to kind of figure out which one you want to go through is to click on one of the higher point values beneath the green. So for example, you got Kung Fu Master, and this would require melee attack speed 20, which is going to be up here, and melee accuracy 100. So Kung Fu Master is not similar to Set the World on Fire. Alright, but Magician requires fast reload. So you cannot get this until you get fast reload. So that's just combat right there. Then you have things like skills, things such as stealth. If you wanted to get Sixth Sense, you would need max stealth. Requirement stealth 120. By the way, one of the other skills, I think it was for running, I think it was for Rabbit. You can get running speed of 50 and it doesn't qualify you for Rabbit. You're gonna have to jump up to 66. Now if the developer sees this, maybe I'll patch it in. But as of the version I'm playing right now, 50 is not good enough to get Rabbit. Anyways, to get to this deadly snake, you'd have to go to get Sixth Sense, Swift Stealth, Silent Movement, and Chameleon Skin. So you'd have to go through all of this. And of course, you do need enough stealth to do that. You want to click down and sit like you would think of on your feet as possibly the top or header of a skill set, and just click down and work your way backwards to see if that's something you wanted. That's the easiest way to organize it in your mind. Bulldozer, for example, is really good with your pet dog, because then you can just charge at a group of enemies, very similar to Dawn of War, and everybody goes flying away. But unfortunately, it is so far away, and I think that really slows down the game quite a bit, that you have to just build up to it. Additionally, even getting character points happens only at the end of a map. And as I said, one of the maps has 400 enemies in it. You don't have to kill everybody in it. But since there's never any going back to any map, you will probably feel obligated to kill them all so that you can get all their loot. Alright, that's some character stats in a nutshell. Yes, I can stealth past this dude, but the stealth mechanics are just really, really wonky. The reason why you'd want to crouch is if lowering your profile will make it easier to be hidden from their vision, which is not the same thing as stealth. See, right now is stealth, but if this thing were shorter, about the height of these looms or spindles or whatever these things are called, then he could see you while you're in stealth mode. But just crouching will block that vision, then you can have full stealth. So if you were to stealth it properly and not get caught, it would look something like this. Alright, you want to hold left control and you can pick up these things. One of the achievements is to kill enemies with a plunger, though I think it has to be the super plunger. It's called a tactical plunger. Thankfully, even though it pans, you can click while it's panning. The game automatically, this I like. The game will automatically attempt to utilize the item, so you don't have to go to your inventory, right click this, and then click that. No, you just left click it. That's the default action for your lockpicks. I wonder what happens if I can't open it. The game probably just cheeses it for me. I know that during my first tutorial attempt at this, I failed like 3 times, and you get 10 uses out of it. Alright, we get a civilian quality frag nade.
Careful now. Don't want to throw it at anyone but the enemy.
Click on the nade, then click where to throw it. Escape to cancel. This is option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, option 5, by default. And then these are your letter keys. So to do this, I could click number 2, then just chuck it right there. Okay, that guy kind of rubber banded. That was awesome!
Oh, look, your friend Amanda is here.
Obviously a childhood sweetheart. Hello, Mr. Kowalski. Hey, Jake, what's up? This is, I guess, a Polish name to my knowledge, and the skin color is not what I would think of for a Polish name. But that being said, names come and go. So, for example, my wife has adopted my Vietnamese last name, and she is not Vietnamese. So, hey, Amy, you won't believe it. Dad gave me this old grenade, and I got to throw it at those rusty robots, and it went boom, bang, whoosh. Being a warrior like your parents must have been so awesome. I actually can believe it. I just saw.
Not all of it was good, son. Honestly, I hope you never have to find out. Amanda's dad and I fought hard to keep this place safe, so you wouldn't have to.
Aw, but I still want to kick some butt.
Don't get ahead of yourself, young. What did I teach you last time?
Never look for a fight, but always be prepared for one.
Exactly. It's fine to fight when you're protecting the people you love, but trust me, it's not something to wish for. Now, Mrs. Hennelly is waiting on a big old pumpkin for her famous pie. You and Amanda can deliver. Grab your slingshots, grab the pumpkin, and don't let the mutants bite.
Alright, I get what they're going for his personality. I do like the dad. But that being said, when you say something like it's not something to wish for, you have to remember that you're talking to your customer who has bought a tactical combat RPG. The premise is you go around and kill a bunch of people, and you kill so many people in this game. I don't know. I don't know if that really has a place. That line has a place in this game. Can we take Diesel with us?
He's way ahead of you. Probably already at Mrs. Hennelly's, hunting rats, or being spoiled with treats until he can't walk. You know how much she loves that dog. Now, go on, shoot.
And we get our second teammate, Amanda. Oh, the game tried to tell me about it. You can press F1 through F6. No, F1 through F5 to select your characters. You can also do skirmish mode, which will just give you a random map. Well, not random map. I can show that at the very end if you want. But we're going to press F6 to select all. This means that is the person who's in charge right now. But F6 will by default have Jake be the primary selector. But if I had Amanda selected and then... What? Why didn't... That's odd. I have in the past... Okay. Apparently box selection also makes Jake the commander. But if I have F2 and then shift F1, she will be the commander. This isn't really necessary except, like, for example, you click something, it's going to be her interacting with it. But otherwise, the whole party will walk there. If I click there, or there, and so forth. That doesn't matter too much. You can even have your dog talk to your dad for you. It doesn't really matter. The game is extremely linear. Mouse wheel there. We can get inside the house. You can't talk to them. You can't even talk to your dad anymore. See, that's not a speech bubble icon now. It's just a targeting reticle. None of this you can pick up. I can hold control and look at everything that I can interact with. I can't even interact with the basement. We do have a small wooden crate to grab our slingshots. Another feature I like about the game is it gives you a compass that is completely accurate in real time. For example, if I start spinning the camera, it does tell me, hey, the big pumpkin is straight up. There we go, big pumpkin. It's completely accurate, and I think that's a very good feature, especially for the linear game where you must do everything exactly as is. Interestingly, you can see that he's equipped it, or he's got it. The game does change your model depending on the armor you wear. However, for your vices, this is what you want to... You can spend up to 2 perk points to get a vice, which will give you a lot of character points to level these up. So massive chest, for example, doesn't actually make your character look ripped, which I think it should, because it does talk about it, but most importantly, it prevents you from wearing armor. Taking a vice gives you character points to spend elsewhere. The whole point of this vice is that you can't wear armor, but you get 1,000 character points to spend. So if it's going to prevent you from having that customization of appearance, I think it should customize that appearance for you. And yes, if you might have, say, a female character who would be very fitting for a sniper given their weapon distribution, which we'll talk about later. And massive chest does not affect that either. But I do like that your characters do change their model depending on which armor they wear. Alright, if I right click this, I end up picking both slingshots. We'll just go ahead and drag it over there. These are healing ampules. I don't know if that's how you say it. We're just gonna throw them all on him. It's fine. we shouldn't really be worried about anything. These slingshots have infinite bullets, but the game is very generous with bullets. Enemies do have limited amount of ammo, but they'll spawn with something like 30 pistol bullets so that they can shoot at you, the player. Should you kill them fast enough, you can take whatever they haven't fired. But yeah, that will happen with pretty much every objective, is just pan out to that object. There's no real point in looking around for loot, and that's why I didn't bother picking up the tiny scrap pile. Now, I do think it's a little abrupt. I'm going to click here while it's available, and then it's automatically panning back. I don't have control of the camera, but I am glad that I can click while it's going on. Most games wouldn't. Anyways, I do like that it kind of swivels a little bit as it pans. I think if you made it a more of a smooth camera motion, it might be better. Alright, couple things. We're about to enter some combat fights. This is real time, though with optional turn-based methods. You do get regeneration though, so it's not really a big deal that, especially in the tutorial, that we get hit. We have an impressive 40 HP regen per minute. I say impressive because when he becomes an adult, he loses that. Additionally, Amanda has 2 medicine right now, but later on she just immediately jumps up to 5 or 6. Oh, see, Dad was right. Here's one of those pesky mutants. We better deal with it before it snacks on someone's frog pig tonight. Yeah, let's take it down. Just don't let it get too close. If it does, kick it and run a few steps back. I know, Jake. We fought them before, remember? Right, let's go. Obviously, she's more mature than him. You do have a kick button, which is by default E, and when you press it, let's go over here. Okay, I can't pause still. Why not? All right, anyways, I'm gonna press it right now. He immediately kicked, and I didn't have to click on him. The game will automatically attempt to kick the nearest target if you are in kicking range. You can even, if you're driving a car, kick a guy outside your car, because it's within melee range. The reason I mention this is that's another nice quality of life feature. Dustwind Resistance has a lot of those, but the game is so linear and the maps are so long. The character points are only given at the end of each map too, so it does make it feel less like a game and more like a story the developer wants to tell that you are not a participant of. You're essentially just watching it as a video, as a YouTube video, essentially. This one's dead, but they usually move in herds. And that's more of them. Press spacebar for tactic pause. Now I can finally pause. Issue orders to your units when ready. Press spacebar to unpause. You can press spacebar anytime when in trouble. Got it. Let's go. Let's do this. So there's achievements for kicking 100 times and for killing things with a plunger. But I wasn't able to see the number for plunger kills increment upwards until I was using the tactical plunger. There are also arrow kills with a plunger, so I would not necessarily sell these things. They may look like a complete waste of space, especially when you find other melee weapons that have more damage. But if you are trying to max out your achievements, you want to keep these on hand because these are also arrows. The game does the same thing as Survivalist Invisible Strain, in that as a person gets hit with arrows, it still sticks to them. So you can stick a guy full of plungers and you'll see it. And until they drop it out of their inventory, it'll still be on them. Not that there's much loot in the game. There is plenty of chests and stuff, and there's way more than you can reasonably carry without abusing the overburden status. But there's not much loot. Like, there's not going to be anything there. It is really just a linear map. Right, here's the farm, and it's such a vast farm. You might think there's so many people to talk to, so much loot. No, that's the basement. I'm trying to get to there. If I hold control, we can see all the doors, but there's nothing to interact with other than our chest of slingshots. It's a very, very linear combat game. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything with this, and I never really did learn what this is for. I mean, there's a ladder on the outside facing your base. Why would you not just flip this around and put the ladder here? I don't know, it just seems weird to me. Kick the mutant. It will stall him, giving you time to escape or attack. Shortcut E when enemy is close. take advantage of the panning to tell my guys to go there. While I can dash, the game automatically pauses, so if I hit V right now, it pauses during that time, so I'm not really sure it's worth it. There is more stuff down here. In fact, there's like 10 snail cookies in there, but remember, we can't keep anything in the tutorial. There's a rusty falcata, which is a weapon, but you can't pick it up. It's stuck on top of the rock, and your characters cannot navigate on top of it. The rock mysteriously disappears after the tutorial is over. Hi, Benny.
Ooh, Jake, Amanda, welcome, welcome.
Mrs. Hendersley, we have a delivery for you.
What a big, beautiful pumpkin, isn't it just gorgeous? Well, your dad, you'll be getting the biggest slice of pie this year. Your family can really be proud growing pumpkins like this. Now, pie takes time, so for now, I've got something else for you. Something fresh from the oven. Here, take these.
Thanks, Mrs. Hendersley. Is there anything else we can help with? This is also another nice feature. Instead of having to mash spacebar, escape, or left click, you can just press and hold. It doesn't actually skip it. It still plays the dialogue for everybody, but it does help you go faster, so you don't have to have, I don't know, arthritis or carpal tunnel or anything like that.
Oh yes, I'm afraid there is. My poor Benny, he got bitten by one of those nasty mutants.
We actually took care of some down the road earlier.
Marvelous, but Benny's legs are still hurt and I can't seem to fix it. Could you try?
My dad taught me some first aid. I can take a look if you'd like. Yeah, I was about to say, Amanda's great at it. Let's take a look at her stats, and then she becomes super medicine. This gives her the ability to heal more per usage. Although it doesn't specifically say that, I have tested it out by watching the achievement gauge go up higher once you have more medicine. So some medicine items can heal broken limbs better than others. Switch to the army medkit to heal Benny's legs. These ampules, I don't know if I'm really calling it the right thing, can still recover limbs, broken limbs. But we will go and use the army medkit. I say this because in the very beginning, you'll probably have more of these than anything else, and you may not have the skill necessary to use an army medkit, even if you had one. If your dog gets a broken leg, just keep injecting them full of drugs, I suppose, till the leg mends itself.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'd give you another cookie, but I'm all out for now. Come by tomorrow for the pie, right?
Will do.
Make sure you grab some for me, too. I love Mrs. Hendersley's pie. There'll be plenty for everyone, don't you worry. Now I've got to get to work. Don't forget Diesel. He's been such a sweetheart, but I'm afraid if you leave him any longer, my Benny might get jealous.
Thanks, Mrs. Hendersley. I'll drop by tomorrow.
And Jake, if you eat my share of pie, I'll shoot you in the butt with my slingshot.
When did I ever do that?
Last year, maybe?
Right.
Oh, yes. Anyway, want to get Diesel and go to our forest hideout?
Sure. We can loot her house if we wanted, but there's not much point. Every time you return to the farm, there's a repair kit and a tiny scrap pile there. The repair kit's very, very handy, except, you know, the tutorial, you're not going to have any use for it. But this thing, you're going to find an Omni tool, which is about the size of your lockpick set, but the repair kit only weighs 0.3 kilograms. And I think the Omni tool weighs like a whole kilogram, or maybe like 10. I remember it weighing way more than it looks like it should compared to the repair kit. This thing you can eat just to get some health back, I suppose. Oh, and if you wonder why your people regenerate, it does say specifically that you have nanobot infusions. This is in the future, even if it's apocalyptic, I suppose. Hello, doggy.
Woof woof.
Oh, there you are. I missed you too, buddy. Mrs. Hendersley took good care of you, huh?
Look at his shiny fur. She must have brushed him like 1,000 times.
You, stop it, stop it.
You totally deserve it.
Rat? Alright, let's go. Hopefully no mutants this time. I think you misspelled Hensley's name. I'm not going to click this time because there's a couple things I want to talk about, and there's 10 cookies in that small wooden crate. Now and in the future. Though in the future, the crate does disappear after a little while. But I don't believe it's... I believe it's Hensley with an S, right? No, I guess it's just Hensley the whole time. I thought it was Hensley. We got a upgraded slingshot. I'm not sure I've found one of these models in the current timeline, I suppose. As in, like, once your character's an adult. There's also a helicopter back here, but you can't do anything with it that I know of. Let's try walking to it. Trying to get everybody... Okay, F6 then, jeez. Sometimes the game... Yeah, your characters have nothing to say about this helicopter. Can't walk in the river. You just have to head back to the hideout. You can attack NPCs that are friendly, and they will start attacking back. There's no point in doing it. It's just a lot of extra work. And I never even finished killing somebody. I just tried throwing grenades and attacking people just to see if you could. But I would assume the game just ends your playthrough there. For example, when your character runs out of hit points, they go into a fallen status, and I assume that once their fallen status depletes all the way to 0%, they die and the game is over, even if you have multiple people left. Because this is a very linear game. I can't see them saying like, oh, well, you lost Jake. Here, just play another person for now. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave the Falcata there. Not that it matters for the tutorial. Oh, crap! A large mutant! These things are vicious, but you know the drill. We have to get rid of it now, or it might hide in the mountains and then attack Mrs. Hennesley, or a farm. Okay. My dad always said to move a lot to outmaneuver these things. The one thing to not do is just stand there and wait. And mine told me to aim for the head to drop it quicker. Or, hey, I have learned some leg shots today. Maybe I can try that again. We must be careful not to shoot Diesel by accident. You'll surely want to munch on that mutant too. Ready? Go! Unfortunately, the game just does actually have your character stand still and shoot. And while they do advise you to move around and shoot, I would like it if they had some automation. I've never seen another game do it, but Starship Troopers, the very early tactical game, that one allowed your characters, they would automatically shoot at a bug that was approaching you, and they would back up while they were doing it. Alright, let's go and have everybody attack. The reason why these guys have listed as moving forward, yeah, he's got his slingshot out, is because he's currently out of range. And when they get in range, they will actually stop and start shooting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take command of Diesel and try to flank so that we don't get hit. You will get hit a lot if you just charge at him. Let's go ahead and target the leg. Not that it matters too much. It's just beginner mutant. I'm not worried about it. I do like that you have natural regeneration. Oh, wow. Can't wait to tell Dad about it. Me too. Alright, I'm starving. Let's get to the hideout. Eat some cookies. That's the plan. And let's give Diesel a cookie. He deserves it. Can I just feed it to you like this? Yeah, that health just like charged right up there. He has nothing on his inventory, so there's no point searching. Once you've searched a body, it does disappear, so it kind of keeps the environment clean. Every map you complete is an achievement. No, I can't search that during the tutorial unless I go there before talking to Hennesley.
Time flew by. As Amanda and I grew up, we grew closer. We built a life together. But peace doesn't last forever.
Jake, do you read me? Jake, get back to the farm now. I think there's trouble. Some strange fellows just showed up acting all... Wait, oh damn it, they're firing at us. I'll get back to you.
Transmission terminated. Input timeout.
Alright, we're going to make a regular full save. Let's take a look at the map. As I said, it's a very linear game. There's no, say, if maybe you're in over your head, decide to back out and go back to town. No, you go from map to map, and if that map happens to have a merchant, good. If not, it's just a complete combat map. We'll make our save here. Oh crap! The farm is under attack. We must get to the gate fast. We have 20 bullets. I'm gonna go ahead and use the slingshot for this first guy, but I'm not gonna worry too much about bullets in overall. Doggy got torched. Alright, so we have 9 left. We're going to go and heal Diesel. You can see that the skull is almost fully depleted, and this is also an easier way to see the timer. The first ampule, with our low-level medicine anyways, doesn't quite revive him all the way, so we'll need to use a second one. His arm is broken, so if I want to repair that, we will want to just keep shoving these things into him. There is an achievement for shivving people as well, so we may choose to do that. Yeah, let's go ahead. You know what? No, we're not going to even worry about achievement farming right now. So these would be, I guess, the easiest raiders to defeat here, and it's just going to get worse as we go in. So that's why I wanted to use the slingshot here, to save our bullets for the upcoming raiders. Metal pipe. It's probably going to be a better weapon than what we've currently got. And we'll worry about your broken arm in a bit here. Because he's a dog, his broken arm prevents him from dashing. We want to check Henley. Unfortunately, it's locked. We will eventually get there, and it's just going to magically be unlocked. So now we got a pistol. So it was slingshot versus slingshot before. A nice feature about the game, though the developer will probably edit it out, but once you open a container, such as a body, anybody can loot it. You don't have to bring people over. This is what I would use as my overburdened bug, is I would have the dog loaded up with all of the inventory on the map, and just he would stay still and carry it with me to the next map. That's probably not intended to be a feature, but I do think that the game is a lot of inventory management, and I would prefer it to make it easier on the player, personally. Alright, so the game just auto-saved there, which is good, because I'm going to pick an option that gets us killed. You! Who the hell are you? Why are you attacking us?
Oh, how cute. I see you even managed to take down some of my useless recruits. I suppose you can live for a few more minutes. Killing you now would be boring. Where's the fun in it if there's no challenge? I shall leave you to my boys. They could use a bit more exercise. Now, go ahead. They're waiting inside your farm. Or should I say, my farm. This whole region is mine now. Your land, your neighbor's land, all of it. Oh, where are my manners? They call me the Warlord. And you? I don't need to know your name. You mean nothing. Now, I have other places to inspect. Enjoy your last moments. Farewell. Attack.
Yeah, you don't stand a chance. I'm assuming he's not even that powerful when you encounter him in the real game. But that being said, you do have like 60 hit points when you start the game, and you don't level up such as level 2, level 3. You spend those character points getting those hit points to increase it. So I'd say maybe drop up or go up to 120 or so. We'll let him leave. Let him live. And they despawn, so you can't even chase them down or anything. During cutscenes, that I believe the world is paused, aside from people who are deliberately moving.
Jake, do you hear me? Jake, pick up.
Dad?
Jake, you're alive. Good. Listen, I'm holed up in the basement with some of our people. We're trapped in here. Those raiders are just waiting for us to open the door. Not sure how many there are. I need you to take them out and get to me. But do not rush. Advance slowly and watch out for snipers. And remember, the obvious route is often the deadly one. Go left or right. Even if you have to move in a freaking snake pattern through the frog pit pens and around the house, do it. Oh, you also might want to go through the shed and get the grenades I've stashed there. So, get to me, go slow, don't get sniped. Got it?
Got it. On my way. The dog has no points available in speed or accuracy for guns, though he does have 100%, so that way when he uses a minigun inside a car, he has normal accuracy. Anyways, he makes an excellent grenadier because he doesn't have those points to worry about, and the grenades themselves don't rely on these for accuracy. However, since his arm is broken, we won't be able to use that. Since we are going to try to head towards the grenades, it shouldn't be too difficult. We're going to heal him up. Press Q to heal yourself. We're going to go and select Jake and have him press 1 and click on him as well. It takes more than one to complete. I'm trying to keep an eye on it to see if it completes when anybody finishes their ampule. Like, I could have done that right away, but I didn't want them to finish at the same time. There, left arm healed. I'm using shift, but it's not even letting me look under that building. Alright, whatever. I'm fairly sure that civilian has nothing on him. Juicy. I'm gonna finish reloading my guns before moving in. The dog has trouble reaching this chest. I guess because he's too short, but he did manage to open it this time. You can pick up all these hunting arrows if you want. But since we are waiting on Jake, might as well. It's a sniper right there. I hear the giant ka-chunk of the weapon, so I start clicking. You have to wait for till the animation finishes, not just the sound effects. Can queue up reloading gun after a weapon switch, so if I hit WR and then switch to someone else, I'll go and start reloading the pistol. That's a nice time. But they will not switch weapons in the middle of battle. I while making the dog run around, I hit F1, W, F2 to switch back to the dog. The hyena doesn't have any loot. If you were to loot somebody near the hyena will eventually disappear as well. So if you are, for example, fighting robots, you kill, say, 3 of them, and then you loot something nearby, it could even be another robot, and then all the robots disappear, you didn't lose any loot. It just despawned all those empty bodies. Yeah, it's a sniper looking in our direction. Climbing this ladder is just typically going to get you caught by the sniper. So I'd rather continue working my way around the building, killing off the raiders. The reason why you get caught is he's hanging around between these 2 waypoints, which is a really far place for you. Now, you don't move quieter by walking. The crouch is just to prevent line of sight enemies, such as walking under a window. Wait for him to bounce back. No! My carefully laid trap! He was stuck behind the door and an enemy. Darn it. Again, I moved based off the sound, and I thought he was finished reloading. Even if you chuck a grenade at the body, it doesn't change his health. This is just a timer. I don't think that he's any more badly hurt by waiting, which is why I wasn't in a super big hurry. Yeah, that's the marksman. Well, you know what? Let's give him a grenade. My sniper rifle now. Score 5 kills using explosives. So he heard us, now he's gonna come running out. Doggy is unfortunately my tank. There's a shotgun guy that's wanders. I haven't gotten him yet, but if I had, some of our outcomes would have been a little different. He's having trouble aiming at my dog. The game has essentially an animation that has to be done as a full cycle. So let's say we had a heavy machine gun. Let's pretend the sniper rifle was a heavy machine gun. What he would do is he would lift up the heavy machine gun from his at ready posture, shoot, and even if the target is still alive, he'll lower it back down to the at ready posture as one full cycle. And then he'll pick it up again and then shoot again. Same thing for the sniper rifle. You'll lift it up to your eye, fire, put it down, lift it back up to your eye, fire a second round. So everything is in cycles. So that guy, he was heavily disadvantaged because I just kept walking back and forth, preventing his cycle from completing. We didn't loot that guy. And there's not even any loot in here. Not that I'm worried about it. I actually just showed up here to defeat the raiders. I guess there is a very, very minor height advantage in that your weapons shoot a little further, but you don't actually get any accuracy increase. Additionally, the sniper rifle is a heavy accuracy weapon. I would have 15% less chance to hit something with it, and I only have the 24 bullets. That's actually quite a few bullets. Not sure I can hit anybody with it, but we can give it a shot. Okay, well, then we're done there. Sparta! Oh, I missed the mist. I want a dog can kick too. I know my dog can climb up the ladder. I don't know if the enemy dogs can. I assume they can. That was an autosave. No? You don't know how to climb up the ladder? I mean, let's try to make sure. I'm gonna start shooting at him and see if he climbs. I guess not. Diesel's just extra talented. He falls through the world there. You can only have one person climbing a ladder at a time, which is annoying if it's a very tall ladder. Storming the middle is a bad idea. Let's go through the shed like Dad suggested. Still looking for the shotgun raider. I didn't kill him because I don't have a shotgun on me. Oh, okay. So that dude, he is, yeah, literally sneaky raider. Let me think here. All right, let's switch back to the pistol and we'll go ahead and hit E on this guy. Didn't work. We'll just try to. He was using a rifle. Alright, fine, whatever. Oh, come on. I think that's the shotgun guy right there. What? That's not a dash? Oh, because he is on cooldown. It's gonna take 2 ampules to heal him up. That guy will pretty much just kill me if he opens fire. It fires 3 shotgun blasts. He's trying to run away to heal up, I assume. Every time he kept. I think he knew that I had a gun. Or sorry, when I was switching guns, he starts charging at me. That's probably all the bad guys. That was pretty close. Alright, we are now overburdened. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna just charge the dog in for now. I don't know if there's any. I don't see any searchables right now. We'll just use this. This is what I used during my rehearsals. I used this crate way back here to store my items. Just gotta make sure we're in the right position to open this chest. Yeah, the dog's. I was clicking it, but the dog wasn't opening it. Come on. There we go. that. There's a good shotgun. We're gonna need it though? I'm not sure. We'll hold on to it just in case. I am having a lot of use out of the pistol. That is true. Yeah, we'll hold on to the pistol too. Might as well. Because the pistol uses the same bullets as this rifle. It uses the 9mm. The reason why is this only has 15 shotgun shells, and it fires. Oh, there's a bandage. It fires in triple shot. Did I drop everything off? Yeah, most of it. Normally, you can right-click this to change the fire mode from something like burst to single shot, but the shotgun only has the one fire mode. If you wish to change ammo type, you click down there. So you might find things such as incendiary buckshot. Holding control can be a good way to find loot that you might have left behind, such as if you shoot a guy in the arm, he may drop his weapon, and then it's not on his body. You may not even notice. Not that you probably care about finding a metal pipe or something. There's probably not many guys left. We made a lot of noise, attracting a lot of attention. Now, even if I can't detect an enemy, the fact that your circle starts diminishing is an easy way to see if there's an enemy that can detect you. However, if both of you are blind to each other, then it doesn't help. Not just blind, but deaf, I guess, to each other. This is the one where we met the enemy, so we don't need to check that room. This is your room. You'll have to go here later. We're just gonna make sure that there's nobody here, so there's no unpleasant surprises. We're kicking the soccer ball. I didn't know we could do that.
Dad, are you alright? Yeah, kiddo, thanks to you. And this doggy right here, yes, who's a good boy. There. Now, as glad as I am to see you, you need to get back out there and clear the farm. No need to kill every single intruder, just secure the crucial areas. We might find Amanda that way too. I'll stay here and protect our people. Should be easier now that those damn raiders ain't banging on our door.
So you haven't seen her?
Not yet. She might be hiding somewhere on the farm, or kicking some raiders' face in as we speak. She can handle herself alright, but you'd still better find her.
I've already checked the entire farm. Didn't see Amanda anywhere.
She might have gone to visit Mrs. Hennesley or her parents. Start by checking Mrs. Hennesley's place, and while you're at it, make sure she's okay too. I'll be helping some injured folks here.
Got it. On my way. Oh, okay. That's like the first time I've ever had something different. Because I already looked in my character's room, we didn't have to walk back upstairs, check his room, and then walk back downstairs and talk to Dad again. I'm still kicking the ball everywhere. The end of the map is on the far right. That's also where Hennesley's farm is. Hennesley's farm is. What I think we'll do is we'll have the dog open up the crate and do a take all. I can just... I'm seriously clicking it. Alright, fine. We'll have Jake do it. Jeez. I wasn't sure. Then we'll go to the dog and hit F2, we'll hit F2, go to the dog, and loot everything. Also, we do need bullets. Over encumbered, if you're something around 25% over your maximum carry weight, your character cannot move anymore. We can actually just carry a couple of other things and move them. We just need 3, so we can say, we'll click on like 20 and it'll tell you exactly how many kilograms it'll be. Is the soccer ball just glued to me at this point? It might be. Alright. Certain weapons don't allow you to aim, so I can't aim with the buckshot. There goes the sucker ball. Dude, fire! I had clicked on whatever. I know that I don't have the auto fire on right now, but I had clicked on her, and we've only spent 1 bullet out of 5. He did not fire until I clicked on her a second time. This is very, very powerful, but it spins 3 shotgun shells every time. Although the Stabby Raider would be an excellent candidate for the shotgun, it's not worth 3 shells, because 1 shell would typically kill him. I mean, I could greet this guy with the buckshot right now. It'd be very fitting for this. That's really my oh no weapon. Such as when the dog was running around panicking. Oh no, I'm not panicking. When I was trying to get the dog to heal Jake, that was a dire situation. There's one dude right there, I remember. Trying to kick him to knock him down. I knew he wasn't dead. I was trying to back away because if I walked up, I might get hit by my own bullets. So this gate is mysteriously unlocked now. Fire, dude. Thought I already enabled that earlier after we started descending the hill, but maybe not. Alright, this guy is a sniper. Let's go ahead and head back real quick before he gets a bead on us. I was trying to pivot the camera above so I can see past the tree line, but this is fine. Overkill. But the sniper deserves it. Wait, he's not a marksman, he's just a regular rifleman. Yeah, it's just a regular classic sporting rifle. He deserved it anyways. Really, I did it because I didn't want to go the entire map without showing you the shotgun at least once. Yeah, that shotgun will pretty much kill anybody it fires at because it uses 3 rounds.
Hey, Dad, there's a sniper on the roof of Mrs. Hennesley's house. Out in the open, he has the advantage. You need to close the distance without getting shot too much. Go around while out of his range. Get as close as you can while behind cover, then run towards the house. Once you're close, chuck a grenade on the roof or just get inside.
He is over encumbered, so just pass them. Now you're over encumbered. There we go. Yeah, didn't feel too good. But we have bandages anyways. We can go ahead and spin some now. I mean, we'll regenerate it pretty quick, but... There's an achievement for letting your dog heal people as well. I probably should just do that, but I don't really feel like swapping inventory right now. I'm going to start healing myself. And we're here. You can use the lockpicks to open that. Well, actually, you can't even... Yeah, you don't even have... Well, I suppose you could get character points by spending on vices. Paranoid isn't too bad for the dog, but that does mean that you will have trouble stealthing later on. What that does is your character will just attack. It says shooting, but yeah, he'll just attack. He'll bite something randomly in the air, and that'll break his stealth. Even though his attack should be a silent weapon, it breaks his stealth. We could burn someone to death. Let's do that for a little bit.
Oh no, not Mrs. Hennesley too.
I know there's no S in it now, but I can't say. I don't know really how to say it without it. So he has no loot. Yeah, oven's still on, and this house will. Every time the map spawns, it will have tiny scrap pile and repair kit right there. Oh, you know what? I probably should have actually been fighting for real instead of just you talking. Okay, well, we'll see if we can still survive this. Okay, let's go and heal you up. But yeah, this tiny scrap pile and the repair kit will reappear every time. That was a nice push. The dog has a lot of good animations, such as if he's healing himself for a long period of time. Oh, I got shotgunned. Alright, let's see if I can defeat this guy before he shoots again. Have to chase him after I pushed him. He's gonna try to bandage himself. Yeah, the flamer's just not paying off for me. I have like a 20% chance to hit somebody with it because I have no skill in heavy weapons. Yeah, that's him right there. Well, I was hoping to show, I mean, there's not like a special animation for someone burning to death. It's just a little fire animation over their body. That's all it is. We'll see fire in the next map. Fell down twice doing it. Yeah, here's Old Reliable. This is very good for the amount of damage you do per bullet spent. Like this rifle does 15 damage, has a medium attack speed, but this one has a fast attack speed. The only problem is you reload one bullet at a time. That is actually quite a problem. I'll open up fights with it. Yeah, there's no real. I mean, you can reload it in the middle of battle, sure, but it is. Oh, that's gonna dump everything in this chest, but it's probably gonna get you killed. Don't need that anymore. Don't need to carry that. Once you start raising your mechanic skill, it'll tell you what the percentage is. I'd probably make Jake a driver, and the driver can have mechanic skill. It'll make it easy to balance things. Let's check upstairs. Hold shift and scroll with the mouse wheel to show floors above you. Man is not here. I better call Dad. There's no achievement for that, though. I'm having a dog do it since he's reloading his gun. Mrs. Henley is dead. They killed her.
Ah. Okay. Bring Benny here if you can. I'll take care of him. She loved that frog pig. She loved everyone. Thrice, damn it! Did you find Amanda?
Benny ain't here, and no sign of Amanda. You said she'd might have gone to her parents' farm?
Crap. Yeah, you should head there right away. We'll manage for now.
Hey, I ran into their leader, a real nasty looking guy in high-tech armor, called himself the Warlord. He mentioned other places to inspect, and claims he now owns all the land around here. This has to be a larger invasion, right?
Sounds like it. I haven't seen raiders this organized since my fighting days. These guys ain't local, and they don't mess around. What really worries me is that Governor Rodriguez didn't spot them. That he did, but didn't send any help.
Neither of those options makes any sense. We'll figure it out soon enough. Right now, go find Amanda and check on our parents, and give old Bob a greeting from me. Will do. Stay safe. The next map will be the one we end things on. All my loot's in that chest over there, so we'll grab it before we leave. I'll manage my inventory off camera. The dog is now completely overburdened. He cannot move, but only one person in the party needs to touch the blue grid. Now that we have completed our first in-game map, we get some character points.
Since Amanda was nowhere to be found, it's possible she went to visit her parents. Head to their farm immediately and see if you can find her. And make sure old Bob and Emily are safe too. Be careful. Those raiders have already overrun the place. Or they could be preparing to attack right now.
See the map. We start down here, and we have to check on the McCoys. It's a fairly large map, but the final part is a defense mission which takes place here. Let's go ahead and save. I'm not going to click this time as it automatically pans. Alright, the dog is overburdened. I can use this body, which will not despawn. Oh crap, looks like the raiders have been here too. You level up after each mission. Spin your points now. We want at least 2 more in light accuracy. The further they are, the less accuracy I would have. So there is a reason to have over it. Plus evasion can count towards you losing points as well, or accuracy percentage. Stealth can be, I don't, how to phrase it. Stealth does have its uses, but it's still quite finicky. Let's go and get, let's go and get some more hit points and some regeneration. 200 points left. Put that in mechanics. I wish I had more points, but I don't want to put any of these on right now. So we'll go as is with just 40% in mechanics, or 1 skill point. Alright, for the doggy. Let's see. Hard to kill will get you eventually to lumberjack limbs, which I find fairly useful for the dog. However, I vastly enjoy bulldozer, though I don't think I'll be able to show that with just this one episode of a couple maps, because we're going to need a lot of skill points to get there. We need rabbit, which will require running speed. Let's see how much we can do. Let's go and cancel everything. Did I get all my points back? Alright. So rabbit is running speed. You can see that it didn't unlock when I got to 50%, but if I go up to 67, now I can click on rabbit. But if I go back down, it cancels out. So yeah, you can't do it that way. Oh, I can't actually get bulldozer. It does mean I won't be able to regenerate though, so my dog will just be collapsing on himself. Still, that does turn the dash into a night. You know what? It's not the best way to go about it. This is not a practical means to take on this map. I would rather have the hit points and regeneration, but because I want to show it, and I can just load anyways, we'll go ahead and pick it up for now. Drop off everything, and we'll find a target to do this on. It does what it says, so it's not going to be any surprise, but it'll be pretty cool nonetheless. Let's get a couple people. That pistol user? Yeah. I'm hoping the dash will reach it over there. Yeah. And he's out. Alright, let's go ahead and load, and we'll try to finish up this map. Get those points back. We wanted 2 points in light accuracy, 2 health and 1 regen and mechanics. Got at least with 100 points. All right, for the dog, I definitely want more health because he does not survive being the tank without it. and more regeneration so that we don't have to sit around all day. I could put another point in attack speed, but I kind of want to see. I kind of want to leave these attack speeds at blank values, so that if there's tremendous interest in the game, that I might make a guide such as taking a look at, for example, the DPS of the slingshot. It says attack speed medium, so if I had 8% more attack speed, that would make it more difficult to figure out how a slingshot, what a slingshot's base DPS would be. The doggy's just gonna sit there until we can plop down the items somewhere. Well, I can drop it on a body. The bodies do actually disappear after a while, probably due to game events, because you will, on the next map, enter a town full of bodies, and as you make progress through each zone, the bodies previously in the previous areas will despawn. Since they're not looking in our direction, we're going to creep on into this building. And there's a person right there. They detected me, but they didn't care too much. I'm just going to drop everything from the dog here. Here's the Omni tool. It is 1 whole kilogram, which is roughly 2.2 pounds. We have the lockpick, so we're fine with that. Hold on to the medicine. I pretty much don't really use antidotes because I'd rather just bleed out and then pick myself back up. Leave those. Do we have bandages? Yeah, we have some bandages. We'll go and keep that on the dog. Now for Jake, I think we want to pack a shotgun. No, I think we're alright for now. I'm gonna pause and we're gonna make a backup save. We'll actually make this a quick save. There we go. They detected. That's not too bad, because this means that I can kill that one over there while these guys are distracted. That's done. We're going to reload the gun and head on over. Oh, we got another person? Maybe the dog can get him. Switch to the pistol right away. If I pick up the shotgun, I'm not gonna be able to load it in time. We'll just use what we get. Disrupted. So yeah, having your dog kick people is pretty good. They don't always fall. Maybe it's because you missed or something, but they do not always fall. Oops, not one to heal. It's actually not even the same day that I recorded everything up to this point. I have edited everything up to where I just made the most recent load. That includes the 30-second clip about driving. It's exactly 30 seconds, not even a frame over or under, based off of not revealing any information on the game, that is. So when I hover over the tank or vehicle, it actually tells you who's inside, and I don't want to spoil that for you. It's a small thing, but I don't know what else to say while we're crawling around on the floor. It was a perfect 20%. That's fine. If you were hardcore trying to maximize everything, you would make a save and then try picking this, but it's fine. You solved it on the first go anyways. Gobber Slugger. Yeah. And the old Neighbour. Okay, well, let's go and put things back in here. See, this uses 3 shotgun shells again, so I don't necessarily want to do that, but it would definitely kill anybody that crosses my path. We'll hold on to it just in case we get outgunned or something. And you know what? We'll go make another quick save. Oh, was not expecting that. My hand was not anywhere near the spacebar at the time. Someone commented on that in my Survivor. It's like, why is your hand on the spacebar? I was like, I didn't know you need a spacebar in that game on my very first episode. So in this case, I was just propped on the desk, my elbow. Alright, so we've got Hyena and Rifle Raider. Closing in, since this is not actually a sniper rifle, closing in doesn't reduce his accuracy. But we'll probably just shoot from here. That's sort of dog, we'll just dash over. Yeah, we'll dash over to him. So push him. Nope, it did not push. The kick went off, but so he's probably going to throw the grenade. I don't see it, though. Yeah, he's about to chuck it. The attempt, either my shot or my bite had stopped him from throwing the grenade, but he's still lobbing it. We got 1 bullet left in this single, so good dog. But yeah, it was cute how the tank driving section was perfectly 30 seconds between highlighting the tank on both ends. I also preemptively hid the mouse cursor as well during that recording. This is useless information. I don't think anybody's gonna care, but I like talking about the editing that I do for some of the stuff, because I don't know, it does catch my eye. Sometimes I shoot emails to other YouTubers like, hey, how did you do this? For example, I just saw a Project Zomboid video, and I don't play the game because I don't know. Oh, that's a marksman, so I actually want to close the distance here. I can't dash. I mean, I can dash, but it's not going to help that much. I mean, I could switch to a pipe at this point, but we're just going like I said. We got plenty of bullets. Yeah, I just saw a Project Zomboid video, and it looks like they've got custom animations for models. Like it's a studio essentially, and he's just walking around headbutting the wall, or you can see mouth motion. I think it's Project Zomboid model, maybe not. I may, for all I know, it's something in what do you call the thing that people do and to do the Counter-Strike or Left 4 Dead videos. I don't know what that modeling thing is called. But yeah, I'll shoot some emails like, hey, how'd you do that? Most of the time I never get a response. They probably think I'm spam, or they just don't check their email. There was one YouTuber who did respond, and then they asked to see my channel. So I gave him a link, because I don't throw my channel out there in my first email, because I don't want to look like I'm trying to advertise. So I did send them a link to that email, so when they probably saw how small my channel was, and because I never heard back after that. Alright, so let's go ahead and crouch here. Whoops. So we saw a person over there. Okay, I wasn't expecting people in this room right there in that corner. Let's see if we can head back over. Yeah, we made it. Stand up? Okay. I wonder if he'll still throw the grenade in now that I've left his line of sight. We'll see. Yep. Dog got hit because he got thrown to the floor. But otherwise, we're fine. Also, I did notice that when I was approaching the sniper on the second building in the previous map, I should have sent both guys together, but I think since I was so busy talking, I was just sending them one at a time. Go ahead and dash over. Same for him. Yeah, that's just a rifle raider. If he's a shotgunner, I'd have to be concerned. Right. Switch weapons. I was gonna hit X. In some game, it's X. I think he just threw a grenade. So that'll actually kill this guy, I'm pretty sure. That happens a lot. Sometimes, they'll even throw a grenade point blank. If your dog is biting him, he'll just chuck a grenade at the dog and then kill himself. Because by the time you've closed in, he's already received damage. So we're just actually gonna back away. Loot all. Switch to this and loot all again. There's the second person who I can't visually see, but I'll see that indicator. Probably just hears my dude. I don't think it's actually decreasing, so he does not have a direct line of sight. Whoops. I hit X on him. I was trying to hit X on Jake. That's fine. We lured one of them out. I knew about that one. I was confident about him. That's the one we saw earlier. This gray shadow means that we hear him. And as we move, this circle will deplete, so they can hear us if we are walking around. If I wanted to bust through that door, that we would have to pick that. It's a 20% chance, and you could use a unit of use on it, I suppose, every time you use, even if you don't fail. That's 9 uses remaining, regardless if we pass or fail. So this Sling Raider, I want to attack this guy without this. This is going to be our first enemy machine gunner. So, we'll make another quick save. I hit right click, but I guess he threw it anyways. Okay, so right click does not cancel. Oh, nice. I can punch him to death, but we're just gonna go. Oh, I guess we'll reload the gun and let the dog take care of him. He didn't even get hurt. We got an old machine gun, obviously going to be a heavy weapon, so we don't have any accuracy for it. The game just does not give you enough points to toggle between them. And yes, I know the original Fallouts 1 and 2 did require you to select small guns or big guns as something that you'd want to pick for battle purposes. I get that. But for right now, since you are being issued all these weapons and they each serve completely different categories. For example, to my knowledge, there's no light weapon variant of this. There's no single shot rifle or anything like that. They're all these sniper rifles I've seen thus far have been heavy weapons. Alright, if I trigger that, I don't think anybody charges at us yet. We should be fine. We're going to go ahead and actually make a real save here, not a quick save, and flip this switch. Remember that we're here looking for Annabelle, because this is her parents' house, and there's raiders around. So it doesn't exactly speak well. It's very common in games that you lose your whole family, your friends and stuff if you grow up on a farm all by yourself. So that was my first thought when we entered this game. It's like, oh yeah, you're gonna lose your dad for sure. Probably the girl too. Well, there's a burned body in the shed. I sure hope this ain't Amanda. Unmarked woman. That's all it is. That's all we know. Nothing to loot in there. Nothing to loot behind. Oh, we got the Sling Raider left still. Let's go and send the dog to that. Mostly, we don't want the sling, but if they have any medicine, that'd be nice. Actually, I don't need to crouch unless someone's approaching us. Yeah, there's medicine right there, so we'll just give that to the dog, who is almost full. Go ahead and back Jake up. He hasn't finished reloading his revolver. We've already picked up 178 bullets just with those 6 guys in that building, or however many there's been. So there's plenty of bullets. You don't really have to penny pinch them. But since we are playing on normal, I am getting the dog knocked out quite a bit. On very easy, that was not really an issue. One of the things I don't like about the game is that there's just so much walking. I know that sounds like a mundane thing to say I'm complaining about. I get it. This is not like, oh, I'm just whiny. No, I'm trying to give feedback to the developer, if they even care, is that there's just way too much travel. Like, the game is not walking simulator. It's not supposed to be. But there's so much moving around, not even counting if we were sneaking. Because on very easy, I was not sneaking. I was running everywhere, and it was still too much walking. And this really shows up in the next map. Like, seriously, the next map is humongous, and there's just so much traveling back and forth. Because these are just little homesteads, okay? The next map, which will not be part of this episode because it's already plenty long, is an actual city. And you have to go all the way to the end of it because it's a linear experience. Alright, let's go ahead and continue pressing forward to these guys. We'll just target him for now, but I know that there's there's a gunner behind him, so. That gunner just shot the club raider. Now, I wish I could select kick and then select them, but that's not a thing the game... It's not a targeting thing, it's just an auto-target, which is different. Dog took a couple bullets, but he'll heal it off. Whoops. He'll just shrug it off. Remember, nanobots. There's a meme for that in Metal Gear. I've only ever played the NES Metal Gear. I've never played any of the other ones, because those are all consoles, or at least when they were first released. The reason why I didn't play Dragon Quest Heroes, I think, 2, until like years after. I just only first heard about it when it approached Steam, I guess years after it was released on consoles first. So I just don't have any experience with consoles. Other than the original Nintendo. Alright. We have 2 named characters here. I don't know if these are people that the developer knows, just that he's adding them as a cameo, or maybe they're like Patreon or something. I don't know. I do think it's weird that these bodies aren't named though. So I assume there's more to it than that.
I'll have to kill all the raiders at the compound. Better avoid that sniper.
One of the reasons why I wanted to show the third map is because we actually get a defense building mechanism here, which does come into play like 2 maps after this as well. I don't know how thorough that is. I don't think there's a full-on town building segment. I've played several hours into the game. I haven't gotten to a town building segment yet, so I'm not sure that exists. Oh, I really shouldn't be walking in there right now. Let's go on ahead on out. We lure these 2 over to me, which are going to be a pistol and club raider as usual. She's already down. Let's go ahead and kick here. Knock him over. Switch. And he's already dead. so that one is heading out to us, but I think this one and this one are staying still, so lure them out. Apparently we still have another guy. I'm gonna kick the other one. Fine, whatever. We'll kick this one. I guess I don't really need to pause that much. I finished editing the first chunk, and Diesel got knocked out a ton. Unfortunately, you can't pivot the camera. Okay, so now that I'm not pausing, Diesel's probably gonna get knocked out. Yep. I may have shot him in the back of the head a couple times as well. You know what? I should have used the bandages. There. Let's change the output or resource used. Apparently he's hiding next to the ugly looking toilet. They have 2 other models of toilets as well. That's a lot of extra work. Okay, so the dog was not attacking at all because I was trying to make him go around, but he was insistent on not doing that at all. Oh, probably because he was trying to pathfind. So I was clicking down here thinking he'd run around this way, but because I guess pathfinding does not calculate other mobile entities. So that's probably what's going on there. Didn't reload my gun at all. Let's go and have the dog heal up. He's got a full array of animations. Look at that. That's him healing. Now, I think that's happens regardless of what he's doing. So if he's disarming a mine the entire time, that's what it's going to look like, I think. But the mine doesn't take that long to disarm, so... And once you've consumed one item, he'll automatically continue moving on to the next. That's why I didn't reload right away. I thought people might be running in. You can generally tell if the situation is clear if the combat music hasn't ended. Now I've custom, I guess, set up the volume levels. The initial volume levels for music was, you could barely hear it. I think it was like 25% with effects and master being at 75% and ambient at 75. You could barely hear anything. Actually, we probably don't need to reload that, but we'll see what the next battle is. Literally nothing to search. Saw the red pulse for a second. Let's use the dog, see if we can see this guy. Looking for the pulse. No, nothing. He must have... Okay. He must have popped out to chase me down, that Club Raider. There he is. Saw a pulse again. This is Pistol Raider, and there was a second guy walking back and forth. Not that big a deal. Get their attention. Auto save. There's a button for quick save. It's like F7 or something, since F1 through F5 are characters and F6 is select all. The reason why I mentioned earlier about Skirmish during the first map or so is because during Skirmish you can actually create how many characters you play. It's kind of like Fallout Tactics, I guess, Brotherhood of Steel. I know there was another person in here. There we go. Pistol Raider. Let's go and start with that. Oh, okay. I forget that those things roll. Apparently, we have another. Nope, just that kind of grenade. All right, whatever. You will just fight him. As far as I know, you don't actually get much of a bonus from fighting at a height elevation. Maybe a range bonus, but that's about it. Also, since I'm so close to him, he had a miserable accuracy against me anyways. Literally nothing in this room I can use. Okay, let me move some inventory items around real quick. Is there anything to search in here? Probably is. One right there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make this the new chest for right now. That's why I didn't move Jake. It depended on whether or not I could find another chest. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna move everything over and then I'll edit that section out. Got it, dumped everything over, and there is another chest down here next to the gate breach. Right here. There's a 15% chance to unlock. We'll get that on the way out. I wanted to make it as smooth of an edit for the dog searching the thing as possible. And we still have a couple bad guys downstairs, so let's try to take them out before we fight upstairs, because once we start fighting upstairs, the enemy really starts barging into the room. Start with this side first. So I think it's easier to draw these guys out. He's a rifle user, I assume. Either a machine gun or rifle, yeah, that's why he's not moving. I guess we'll just creep up on him then. Hopefully these guys won't charge. Well, you know what? We'll go for these two first then, since he's not budging. We already dispatched the club man from over there. Guess I could walk. Can I actually move down there? Yeah, I could walk around if I really, really wanted to, but it's not going to be that much of an advantage. I think you could search something like this or this entire warehouse here, but it's fine. This is actually your wife's parents' house, so I can understand you not looting everything, but then why are some crates okay to grab? He's a rifle user, so charging in won't help that much, but that's fine. Do a dash. Yeah, I think I just shot the dog there. He's throwing a grenade. Just threw it at his feet like I said they do. Which is actually worse than my grenade that I threw at the marksman on the roof. I would say that as far as AI goes, maybe don't let them do that. I mean, I get why the AI chooses to do that. I understand that. It's just, I'm not really sure raiders would do that. Well, they are psychotic. Maybe they don't even throw the grenade. They just, they would just hold it in their hands, laugh, and blow up. I don't know. Marksman and Club Raider. Now let's just slip out to the side for a second. Just take the shot, dude. And this is what I was worried about. That's fine. We're good. We're set up for these two in a way. Yeah, and that's what I was expecting. I was expecting all of this. Let me think here. Uncrouch. This guy's just boxing, so it's okay what he's doing. He might be blocking me from getting through the door, though. He is blocking me from moving. Like, he's not intelligent enough. I was going to try to run into that room. Let's run into this room. Okay, we took a little bit of damage from that. That's fine. Okay, now we'll go and use this on ourselves. No, I think the dog should do it, and then he should reload his gun. Yeah, let's do that. It's fine. Dog got shot a couple times. It's not too bad. Raider Sergeant. Keep loading your gun. Okay, dog just got barbecued. Start kicking. One heal up with another ampule or vial. Switch guns. Okay, heal up again. Close the door. Reload. Hope they're not trying to break down the door. Let's go and reload the revolver then. There was at least a marksman, so we'll probably want to run at them. Rifle Raider. Club Raider. Let's peek in. There's the marksman. He's buzzing off. Oh, not what I was trying to do. Trying to walk in the doorway. There's the rifle and the marksman guy. They're kind of at opposite ends here. Same direction, but definitely there we go. Managed. Shut the dog. Plungers are still there until you loot the body, so you can see they're all still stuck in this dude. And if I were getting shot, I'd have all the arrows until you looted the arrows off of your character or dropped them, whatever. toss all this away. Everything's sorted out. We're gonna pack a rifle for this next segment.
Bob, are you okay?
Oh, Jake, you are a sight for sore eyes. They locked us in here and were just arguing about sending us off to some sort of camp or just executing us right here. Then you came in. But it's too soon to celebrate. I've overheard them earlier. More of them are on the way, and I've got even more bad news.
They attacked us too. This seems to be big. Hey, is Amanda here?
That's the bad news. She's dead, Jake. My little girl is dead. I'm so sorry.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, I am. She went to help with some work by the small shed next to the barn. When the raiders attacked, I heard a woman scream in horror. From what I can tell, they set the shed on fire with her in it. These bastards have burned her alive, Jake. I can't even... No. Please, no. Listen, your dad and I had a saying back in our fighting days. Tears can fall later. Enemies must fall right now. It's clunky and cheesy, but it's true. More raiders are coming this way right now. Focus.
Yeah, I hear you. We make them pay. We deliver justice to every last one of them. So what do we do?
Why don't you go grab some supplies from the armory so we can bolster our defenses? Also, you might be able to fix the one barricade still standing at the breach hole.
On it. They will pay, Bob. I swear they will.
At this time, you're told who the body is. However, of course, unless it's deliberately set to fool you, this body, I guess it could be blood, but it looks like they're outfitted in red. And we like the shoes and everything. It could be blood, though. It could very well be blood. Because Miss Hensley was also partially red. So I don't know if that's intentional on the game developer's part. Maybe it's a red herring. Whatever the case is, that's the information you're given at this time. Send the dog back upstairs. So we'll drop off some of those supplies, and we'll take it all out of here when we're leaving, and then we'll do this until we get to a merchant, which is not even in the next map. Wait, no, there is a merchant in the next map. Right mouse button, not mouse wheel, to move or rotate. That kind of looks good. I'm not going to worry too much. Oh, you know, I really should make a save before we do stuff. Oh, I think we did just save, so I guess it's fine. And it's probably putting a little bit of gap is fine, because I doubt players can pass through that tiny gap, so it doesn't have to be right next to it. I think that looks good. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this turret can shoot over the wall. When I originally did this in very easy mode, I set the barricade vertical on purpose because I wanted to see how much I could screw this up. Deposit some of these things. Flamer, sniper rifle, incendiaries, shredder bullets, flechette. I'm not sure that you say that, if I said that right. And we'll hold on to the repair kit. Well, it says mechanics 50%, so I guess I can't even use it. I'm not good enough to use that, so Omni Tool it is. This costs less, weighs less, but requires higher skill than the Omni Tool, which is heavier. I'm assuming the game won't let me use it. We'll try. I know it says red, mechanics 50, but can you just not use it at all? Yeah. So we'll go and repair this barricade, though I'm not even sure the enemy's smart enough to attack it. Oh, and before we leave, let's, while he's still... Well, okay, apparently we can fit through that. If we don't make it, then I'll just assign the barricade again right next to it. I was not expecting my dude to fit through that. Normally hitboxes are a little bit larger than the character entity. On the next level, I will be adding more. I mean, if we were to keep playing, I would be adding more mechanics, but I wanted at least enough survivability first before adding more points. 1 point is very good for this stage. I know we're gonna run out of lockpicks, but we still have like 2 other picks with 10 uses each. Probability wise, we should be cracking this. There we go. Upgraded 9mm pistol. It does 10 damage per shot, which is going to be less than this one, but at least I don't have to constantly reload. So since we are going to be heading into, well, let me think here. It is a fast. Ideal range is short. You know, we'll just stay with O reliable for the time being. Pass another. Not that I should be using it at all at this time. I don't think we're gonna need the lockpicks at all. Let's set this up so they could cover. Alright, we'll see. I have no idea if it shoots over the barricade. But this thing is so powerful. I will tell you that. If you crouch, I don't think you can shoot over this. So you just stand up here. Okay, do I have anything else to repair before we begin this? You might want to hold on to this armor even if you find better armor later on, because this one doesn't give you penalties to stealth or mobility. There's other things like regeneration armor, which doesn't give you penalties, but that's a long ways off. Hey, Jake. I finished building the defenses.
Well done. That old turret will be a lifesaver, I tell ya. Now I've got some mines here, but I don't recall you ever learning how to handle those. Did your dad skip that part?
He tried, but I always found mines kind of creepy. Diesel loves working with them, though.
Okay then, furry fellow. Here you go. Some mines just for you.
We have 3 civilian mines. When I first did this, I blew up 2 of them and the 3rd one planted. I don't know if like maybe it's always guaranteed to at least plant 1. But yes, your dog will be able to plant and you have 68% chance. Let's give it a shot. Yay! Oops, that wasn't what I was trying to do there. There's also an achievement for getting enemies killed by mines and for blowing yourself on mines. I think the easiest way to blow yourself up on mines is to booby trap a body and just keep picking at the body until your guy dies. We finished planting the mines.
Well done. Good boy, Diesel.
That was close though. Maybe I should invest in some more trap training for him to help him handle them more safely.
Good thinking, son. I've got the feeling those raiders won't be playing fair. They'll be setting plenty of those mines against you. In fact, I just saw one of those no-good dirtbags plant mines in my field earlier. Why? Because they're nasty, that's why. Anyway, could you sniff them out and disarm them? I think we can spare a minute before the raiders attack. No worries.
Diesel, you heard him. Go. I wonder if anybody's gonna get upset that I'm using a dog to literally work with explosives. Move slowly in areas with mines. They will be detected automatically. Click the mine to disarm it. Even with some skill, you can fail and die. Just waiting for them to get detected. I was sending Jake out there just in case I didn't detect them all, but let's go ahead and start disarming. 68% chance. Also, when you click on it, your guy can still step on the mine, and if he has stepped on the mine, he cannot disarm it. Let's go ahead and... I'm not going to worry too much about saving and loading. Yeah, it blew up on him.
Oh, what happened? You do okay?
I mean, we can continue just trying to disarm. It's free mines, I mean, well, maybe not free if we lose some hit points. go ahead and bandage ourselves up. Stepping on your own mine doesn't blow you up. So take that into account when luring enemies over mines you've detected. I imagine them stepping on their own mines doesn't hurt either. Enemies will be emerging from this side as well as from this side. Send Diesel back in while we work on this. An easy way to get mine kills for an achievement is actually just have Diesel enter melee combat with him. Like, let's say this turret is a bad guy, and just plant the mines on him while he's swinging at you. I'm ready. Let's show them they've messed with the wrong people. Guess we're probably gonna lose that side. Let's send Jake over there. I right-click, but then I remember that right-clicking doesn't actually cancel it. But let's go ahead and left-click here and hope that it bounces. That did nothing. Okay, the barricades do block my snipe because he can't see anything. So this is not a very good setup. So if we fail this, I will set up the barricade and the turret. There goes one civilian. He's trying to reload the revolver. That's what's going on there. Turrets, as you saw during placement, can only shoot in a pre-designated range. Alright, we lost that. Is he gonna shoot? Let me try that again, and I'll tune back in once we get to that point. Okay, disarmed all mines.
Good job. Now, come talk to me.
I've tried. This is attempt 2. I don't know how far the sniper turret can reach. I know that when the visual indicator looks about this far, but I assume it should be further than that, given it's a sniper rifle. So I've decided to kind of try to cover both gates, though I don't think it'll work because the enemy really has no reason to walk up to this gate. So we'll see. The barricade is set up so that way the enemy doesn't really try to wander around. I don't think they're smart enough to try to flank or anything. They'll probably charge at Bob McCoy. We just need to protect him, I assume. Jake, we've planted here. Since he's not a heavy weapons user, I did not give him the marksman rifle. Additionally, the marksman rifle that we have access to loads 1 bullet at a time. So we use this and hopefully we can reach the enemy. We may actually hand him a couple grenades. Did not fire. Okay, there it is firing. Okay. Yeah, I guess it took a little bit. So I guess we hit him in. Yeah, we hit him in the. We hit this one in the left arm. Or whatever the reason is, he dropped his sporting rifle. He's actually less of a threat. You should move the dog a bit. I don't want him getting shot by the sniper rifle. I think he actually stepped on that mine.
They need a hot minute to fix stuff now, Jake.
I think anything got damaged. Yeah. Probably didn't need to waste a tool on that, but that's fine. Go ahead and just loot. Fortunately, you can't just start looting everything, but at least that cleared out the dogs. Yeah, this only cycles if the guy is just on top of the other target. After a while, the bodies decompose into skeletons. I've never seen enemy chase down an item. The rifle that fell on the floor, I don't think they'll ever try to pick it up or anything. You go and shoot him. Oh wow, Bob's really badly hurt. Alright, let's heal yourself up. And we'll also bandage you at the same time. We don't know much how fast we can take care of your broken leg, but we'll also bandage McCoy in a bit once we get Diesel up to some life. He probably has a lot of health. This is going to take a while. They've reached the gate with their magic powers, apparently. Thank you, Sniper. He apparently did not care. Okay, we completed it. Let's go and continue to heal Diesel. To mend his broken leg. We'll be doing that with bandages, apparently. And then we'll chat with Bob, who's almost dead. A good thing we patched him up just that tiny little fragment. But yeah, we're trying to mend his broken leg, and then we're going to grab all the loot and march on out of here with it. Okay, right leg healed. Let's go reload the gun.
Hey, Jake. How's it looking? I think that's the last of them.
Okay, let's go.
Let's bury Amanda and get the hell out. Head to our farm. We can defend way better from there. I see your dad taught you some basics. Not bad. Yeah, we were gonna suggest that, as much as it hurts to leave this place. Emily and I have lived here since that apple tree in the yard was a tiny sapling and you and Amanda were pooping your diapers. But it is what it is. Alright then. We'll need some time to pack up and to bury Amy. But you should get to Bright Creek now. No delay.
What? No, I'm burying her with you. She's my wife, remember?
Look, son, I get it. I really do. But I've got a bad feeling about this. These aren't local raiders. They're different, organized, mean, and there's too many of them. Since that governor hasn't sent any help, he might urgently need ours. Yours, that is. I'm way past my prime now. I can shoot, sure, but by the time I get my slow ass there, even them raiders might up and die of old age, not just me.
No, I am burying her with you.
Get your crap together, damn it. You can visit the grave later. Focus on the living. Might be defenseless people in Bright Creek right now. Someone needs you to shoot the raiders before the raiders shoot them. Got it? This is the smart move.
Okay, you're right. I'll be on my way. But I need some supplies. Can you spare anything at all?
Sure, take this. Ain't got much else to give or even sell though, but I'll gladly buy whatever you don't need off your hands. Lighter traveling for you.
Trading option unlocked. And before we do that, let's actually check my stats. We have 150 points. I could, if I wanted to, get Trading Expert, which would give me a 25% bonus. It does not stack even if you put it on both people. However, I don't really find myself needing money because I do all the looting. I already looted everybody. Also, I don't see an Emily in the group. Even the civilian that's still over here is not Emily. Maybe she died at some other part or is not in the game right now. But you'll notice that these guys are named, but suspiciously not this one. So there's many clues suggesting that Amanda is not dead. Trade. If you hit ready, you no longer get to trade. So we could spend money on buying this ammo. I'll probably buy the medicine rather than the ammo. But let's go and sell what we can. We'll find plenty of other weapons. We'll keep any of these unique looking weapons, but all this rusty stuff, we'll find plenty more in a future map. So let's go and pawn that. These 9mm pistols, since we do have an upgraded version of that, Gobstopper or Gobber Slugger. We'll hold on to one classic sporting rifle and sell these rusty ones. We'll hold on to this old Neighbour. Sell that. Keep one shiv for an achievement. Sell the rest. Looks like we have a regular sickle, so we'll keep that. Keep the brutal metal pipe. Keep the plungers. So all this other stuff we'll hold on to, except I don't know if you ever use a tiny scrap pile for anything. It might just be for selling. I don't know if there's a secret bonus Easter egg though if we manage to hold on to it. We've already made $6,000, however. If I wanted to buy like all this. Now when you actually hover over things, it tells you the total price of the entire stack. For my 17 plungers, I can get $34, right? However, it's inverted on the other side. This is $3 a bullet. It doesn't tell you what the whole stack will be. So far, other than one map, I've been able to take everything out of the map. I'm not totally sold on buying ammo, but I do want these. How much is that going to cost me? $1,500. I mean, I don't know if I'll have to throw it away at some point, but I think we'll be fine. It doesn't even matter. People don't want to see, the rest of the game or anything either. So we're going to buy all the ammo as well and just let him hold on to the armor, the weapons. He did give us some armor. We can take a look at it. It does not slow us down. We're going to put that on. Now, should we expand our party? Know that the game does let you have up to 5 people. As far as the storyline has gone, I have discovered 2 other party members. I may hold on to this to give them if I don't want to slow myself down, if I want to play like any sort of stealth route. And we're going to make a save here, although I did just save before, I guess, resuming the dialogue. And let's say we're ready. I'm as ready for Bright Creek as I'll ever be. Ain't ever easy, son. We'll meet you at your farm, and watch out on your way out. There might still be some stragglers around here. Gotcha. Take care, old man. And then, yes, enemies have spawned. Since it's panned over there, we'll go and click on it. Oh wait, the dog cannot move. I'm gonna have to either solo these guys or get the dog to lighten his load before fighting. You hear that, Diesel? Must be those stragglers. I wonder if I could have snuck in. That's a fence right there. Why are you so slow? This guy, he's walking really slow. Yeah, these are not enemies I missed. These are enemies that have spawned in the area. Someone's able to see me. Wait for him to pursue me. No, there's... Kick him. I may have shot him in the foot before I ever saw him. Pistol Raider. Too bad I can't reload while walking. That I think would help out so much with how making the gameplay combat more interesting. Anybody left? No, there must still be someone. Oh, can't dash. He's waiting to dash, that's why. He's running now. Now I could wait the whole time period, but I think we'll risk it. Well, we can minimize the risk by just doing a quick save here. Let's go ahead and charge in. Walk in, I suppose. 35% chance to hit this guy. His accuracy is probably worse than mine because I'm right in his face. That's probably everybody. And that's the end of our demonstration for the campaign for Dustwind Resistance. I'll go and real quick show some of the Skirmish settings. Alright, in Skirmish, you can select what kind of mode you want, such as Capture the Gas, Team Deathmatch. We'll go and just ramp up to 5-player characters, and I mean, just checking things out. We'll hit start. Drag characters here. You can create new characters, very similar to Fallout Tactics. I remember spending a long time just creating characters, but I never played it once in multiplayer. I remember creating a character with very, very low perception on purpose because that made burst damage or something better. I forget what exactly. Wow. Okay, this actually seems kind of cool right here. I mean, I'm not really going to play seriously here. I'm just going to run until our team dies. Looks like we're losing bad. Did we respawn or anything? All my guys just sort of walked up there and they're all there. Okay, so there is a respawn. Okay. and this was, I guess, Team Deathmatch. But it didn't seem like there was a multiplayer option. Let's go back to main menu. Start campaign, skirmish, map editor. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's multiplayer. Apparently you're not allowed to have a dog here. Why not? It's gonna tell me. Race not allowed in territory mode. I don't know what Robert is, but let's go with it because he's a robot. I put no thought into it. I just grabbed him. I like teammates. That's actually kind of cool. Sniper rifle. All right. And of course, since this is a robot, my dude's already dead. Since this is a robot, you don't heal by bandages. You heal by using repair kits. But if you're a cyborg, I think you can use bandages. That guy probably used a rocket launcher hammer. That one used a quad boomer. Alright. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and pop out for here. If you made it this far, you probably like this kind of gameplay. On the screen right now should be a playlist for Dawn of War. Thank you very much for watching Tran Plays Dustwind Resistance. I'll see you next time.